How is everyone today? So, it's beautiful and raining here. I said I was not gonna do this because I had no intention of responding to anything, but people will not stop. So, I guess the only way to get people to stop this ridiculous lie is to flipping prove it. Oh, there's another thing I forgot, but I'll get that in a second. So, like I said, I had no intention of responding to this. I want no drama. I have no intention of getting into drama. If you notice, a lot of people have talked about me and I don't respond. Okay. So just some rules for the chat. I respect all opinions, always have. Okay. But insult statements are not opinions. Okay. The difference is, I don't like your hair today, or I don't think you're 52, you look 70. That's an opinion. Saying, you old hag, you think you're 52, you're 70, you're ugly. That is an insult statement, okay? So if you can't say something intelligent or creative or interesting or something that adds to the conversation, you're going to be immediately blocked, and it'll be like you were never here, and no one will even know you contributed because you never did. Okay? So that's just the rules. So if you're going to go in there and curse and swear and try and be a troll, I don't need to listen to it. So I'm tired of hearing people like, oh, she just blocks everybody so she doesn't have to hear it. Well, I don't speak to people who talk like that. So if you're going to talk like that, you're gone. If you want to have a conversation like adults, have an opinion, I'm all for it. Always have been. But if you're going to go in there and be like, yeah, that's not a conversation. So you're gone immediately. Okay. So hold on one second. I need to take something to drink because I'm very thirsty. But how do I do this? There we go. Okay. So hold on one second because I wouldn't want to drink on camera because people get all bunged up. So hold on. Let me have a drink here. So I only want men in my chat? Well, you know, quite honestly, maybe, Havoc. I will say I am the kind of woman who has always had like one or two girlfriends, and then all the rest of my friends are men because I think like a man, I talk like a man. I don't do drama and bullshit. I'm the kind of person who, if you do something wrong, just apologize and like, boom, I don't hold grudges. I'm totally like a man in that way of thinking. So yes. What? So you only want, oh, no. I don't want yes, man. Like, there's a difference. Do you understand the difference? I see it. I only want yes, men. No, I don't. Like I said, I want opinions. There are not really that many people blocked in here. Hi, Dr. Vance, but the people blocked in here are people who came in here and the first comment was, you're a liar, you're a this, you want blah, blah, blah. That's not an opinion. When you add feelings into it and blah, 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 well, that can be your opinion, but like the fact is that's not true. Like, I've always valued opinions. And if you were here from the beginning, I let people say whatever they want. I have one mod and I chose that. I got rid of all my mods and I have one. And that's it. Because I expect people to have adult conversations. Unfortunately, sometimes people come in here and they get attacky and they get insulty and trolly. And that's not an adult conversation. You can disagree with me, that's fine. But say it in an intelligent, mature, educational way that adds to the conversation, doesn't detract it. So that's the difference. I hope you understand that. So those are the rules. And now I guess we'll get started. So I'm going to have a lot of receipts because everything I said was true. And there's a really, well, the topic today is I have to take a step back and talk about all the people who just continue to tell these really big lies about me and show a photo of me in a coma. And that's really like not cool. So this live is, I'm going to take one live to address the bullshit. Well, wiser bud, I had hypoxemia, not hypoxia. And it was a symptom of a greater medical issue, which was resolved, thus resolving my symptoms. So my oxygen levels are fine. Thank you for asking. I hope you have a really good day as well. I'm glad you're concerned for my health. So, like I said, there's a really reasonable, much less contrived reason for everything, because what I said was the truth. So I will get to all the little nitpicky things in a second, but I just kind of need to say a couple things because, well, I just do. So the person who took a photo, hey, Barry McCaw-Kinner, nice to meet you. I love drama on here. That is why I log in every day. Well, this one might be a little drama. I mean, I don't know. I don't like the pettiness. I mean, you know, I don't do that, but, you know, whatever. So anyway, the person who took a photo of me in a coma and decided to show it in a live stream, especially considering they didn't think it was me, is disgusting. And all the other creators who then copied it, and I have like something in my eye today, so just beware, decided to show it themselves, especially thinking it wasn't me, is also disgusting because that is a major privacy violation, but that's another story. So in any case, rather than doing the normal thing, I'm going to first do some drama. So let's just think about this for a second. May I leave one statement, then I'll go? Of course. Yes, and I will talk about that in a second. You can leave any statement you want as long as it is not icky, as long as it's not an insult or a troll. Like I said, I welcome opinions, but I don't welcome insult. It's just childish. It doesn't add anything. So, oh good, Dr. Vance, you're gonna love it then. So I'm waiting to see. It's really cold in here. It's raining, by the way. Just turned the heater on. I'm waiting to see what Havoc has to say. Stretch for a minute here. Someone takes long to type. I'm gonna drink my smoothie. It takes that long. I have to bring my camera off. People get all offended when you drink or eat on camera. All right, I'm typing too slow. So anyway, I want to just think about, let's just think about what's in the mindset, in the head frame of people. So somebody stared at that photo of me where I was 15 pounds heavier. I was very bloated. I was red-faced due to sepsis. My hair was all tied back. I had no makeup or eyelashes on. I had tubes stretching my mouth out and all these things holding my airway open in my nose. And so I looked a little different than me all done up and breathing on my own. There's a video of someone you were on a video with took. What? I don't think that's true because I don't do that. So, and I think if that was true, someone probably would have used it in a live. So considering I've never seen it, I don't think it's true because I didn't do that. So good try though. Thanks. So anyway, so, you know, when you're like not conscious and you're in life support, you know, you kind of look a little different when you're all out of it. So anyway, they looked at it, you know, this side view of me and said, oh my gosh, it doesn't look exactly like she does on her live stream. So they thought, well, that photo isn't of her. So everything's a lie. And then they decided, well, I'm going to put it on a live screen, and then I'm going to sit there looking at the picture and scrutinize her looks and everything about it while displaying this picture of me in a coma, but thinking it wasn't me. So really, then why did, I mean, you know, like, what, you're putting out a picture of someone in a coma. Like, is that not a little uncool? Especially if you actually thought it wasn't me. Like, I happen to be the champion of swearing things. Well, you go. There was a time period called the 80s. Yes. Well, when you're in a coma for like a few weeks and you're not eating food, you do lose weight. And then when you're in the hospital for another month and the food's not that great and you're kind of a little still out of it, yeah, you lose weight really fast. It's been 3 months. Yeah, I lost weight. It happens. I was born in 86. Oh, I was born in 72. So I got to live through the 80s, baby. Live through the 80s. Havoc. Unless this was a really long time ago, I don't think so. I can guarantee that I have not done that with anyone in recent history for there to be a photo. So can we say AI? I mean, love to see it. I'd love to see how good they did at like making a video. I mean, I'd really like to see how they did it, but no. So it was a VHS. It would have to be a VHS. It would have to be a VHS. But I don't think you can deep fake a VHS. So, okay, well, Havoc, why don't you email that to me? Okay? And then I'll do a live stream with it. And I'll show you how idiotic you are. So, queen@thequeenog.com. Send it over, baby, and we'll look at it. Okay? Oh, you won't? So there's a video of me doing something that I know isn't possible because I haven't done that, but you have it on video and you won't send it to me. So, no. Yes, no. There's no video nor a VHS, but that's okay. So anyway, going back to the photo. So let's just think about this. I want to just think about all of these actions to show just how stupid and ridiculous this entire narrative has been. And I don't know what the heck was in the minds of the people who are part of the freaking juggernaut of it. So I just want to like think how these people got to this point. I've been letting you run your mouth and waiting. What are you waiting for? Yeah, I'm doing a live stream and yeah, I'm running my mouth. What do you want me to do? Would you like me to sit here and knit a sweater? Because I can sit here and knit a sweater, but I don't think that'll be exciting. So I think I'll run my mouth. I mean, I'm glad you're letting me run my mouth. I really appreciate that. I'm glad you're letting me run my mouth in my own home with my own channel, doing my own live stream. Thank you. I really appreciate your permission. Okay. You're making complete no sense at all. Well, I'm talking to Havoc, who isn't making any sense, him or herself. So, I mean, sometimes I have to talk like an idiot because how else will the other idiots understand me? So, sorry. I'll come back to normal now. So, let's just think how these people thought. So supposedly it was sick of me to send this photo to someone. That's what they thought I did. But it wasn't sick for them to then take this photo and display it on a live stream, right? Right? So it was sick of me, supposedly, to send it privately to someone. But it wasn't sick for someone to bring it to YouTube, right? Because it wasn't brought to YouTube, as I understand it. It was like sent to someone in an email or something, not brought to you. So I thought you were, yes. Wow. I'm going to say what I want to say. People know where you stand works. People, well, you're wrong. So, oh my God. Okay. So I'm going to get to that in the end. So you can wait. I'm going to say what I want to say. So basically, I'm in a coma. My husband sent it to someone, and they decided to do a live saying, I got this photo, but I don't think it's her and it's all a lie. She's really at home. She's not in the hospital. That's basically what happened. Hoo-aha! How are you doing? Nope, you have called. Well, so you want real life? Huh. That doesn't seem like a really cool thing to do. So I'm here and a complete stranger, but you went around calling where you think someone worked. Like, that's pretty uncool. But I don't think you're right. So I don't know where you're talking about. But okay. Well, Purple Phoenix likes revenge porn. I'm really glad that you're able to show what a pathetic imbecile you are by going real life on someone who doesn't even know you. That, like everyone says, don't go real life. Well, thank you. Good. I'm going to tell it all. But everyone says, don't go real life. Even Purple Phoenix, who likes revenge, she says, don't go real life. Unless someone goes real life on you first. Did I go real life on you first? So why are you going real life on me? Well, kind of think you showed yourself to be a little bit who you are. Well, a lot. Okay, I'm done with you. See, here's the thing. You're not adding anything to the equation. So you go bye-bye. Bye-bye. Can we have a chat? Yes, we can. But, like, you want to come up on panel? Because then, hold on, let me get back. Sorry, I'm doing something. I don't know what I'm supposedly lying about, and I don't know what help I need. But thank you. And if you can't calm down and just listen, you'll be the next to go. Because like I said, opinions are fine. But when you start saying things that are adding nothing to the conversation, like you've already said it, I get that you think that I've lied even before you've heard anything. You've already made up your mind and you're just going to sit there and try and like nitpick at me until you get the reaction that you want. But it's not going to happen. Yeah, I know. I'm done. So anyway, I supposedly sent someone a photo. This person brought it to YouTube, posted it, ridiculed it, right? And then everyone in this community that I'm in who loved me and knew me so well were hurt. But I guess they didn't know and love me enough to think, wow, that's crazy behavior. That is so unlike her. And I can't see her doing that. So maybe I'll give her the benefit of the doubt, or at least wait to hear from her before I make up my mind. You know, because that's usually what you do in the real world. Like something wacky happens and, you know, you hear one side, but usually before well, that's fine. I have twice now. Yes, I'm not always the healthiest person. Sorry. But yeah, if you want to, but I think you're just trying to be a troll. So, you know, like I try to be polite to everyone, even when it's pretty clear they're a troll. I just roll with it. Like, so don't think like I don't know. Like, I know. Like, I just play along because it's irritating. It's like you're an idiot. So whatever. But anyway, so in the real world, you would be like, well, let me hear both sides before I make a decision. But here, everyone just was like, oh, something out of character and really great drama story. Okay, we'll buy it. We don't need to hear from her first. Right? So I come back And all I hear is everyone just wants the truth and an apology. But when I did that, clearly that's not what anybody wanted. They just wanted the drama because people like drama. And I get it. We feel good when we can turn our hate and anguish on someone. It's like your own secret punching bag. You know, you have a bad day at work and then you get to take all your aggressions out. You know, you can go to a live stream, you can yell at someone, right? I mean, that's just human nature. Human nature. Well, I don't think that's true, Unprecious Chaos, because it's quite a bit of work. And we actually had a friend help near the end, so he could actually. So if you knew what you were talking about, you would know that. So clearly, oh, so right. So this is what happened. So here's the thing. People will see something like that comment and be like, oh my God, everybody know, like, okay, so do you really think someone called who? Called like the mayor and was like, was this person at this place, and just call random like numbers from the phone book and be like, hey, do you know this person? Was he at work? Like, who in my town confirmed it? Like, who did you talk to in my town? Really? And just like you just pick a random person from a town and they just know, like, because everyone in this town knows everything about everyone all the time. So you just pick random people. Like, really? Yes, I did have all that. Thank you very much. So I know. So this is what's going to happen. You are going to be like, oh, let's pick that apart. Well, I mean, you know, if you want to find fault with something, you'll try to find fault with anything. Like, oh, she blinked too many times. That means, you know, like, so there's only so much I can do before it's like, if you want to believe some crazy, well, people, it's not that way here. This isn't people aren't like that here. People are very kind and caring. I mean, there's always petty gossip, but people, it's not like, you know, Beverly Hills Real Housewives crap. I mean, people take care of each other here, you know. And if some random person called and said, do you know this person? This town protects its own. If some stranger called asking about something, I would get called next. Like, one time an ambulance came to my neighbors and someone called me asking if I was okay because they saw an ambulance. So, I mean, this town, like, people in this town especially would not be the type to talk. People here aren't like that. So I know you are lying. Well, what do you mean? It is that close. Well, they're crazy because listen to the story that you believe. I mean, the story that you believe is just crazy. That I went to a hospital with 10 ICU beds, happened to find someone under 70 who somewhat resembled me and had my tattoo, or at least a similar one, took her picture and then plotted all this other stuff. I mean, that's insane. Like, what? Who would? I mean, the insanity of the story being told versus the sheer simplicity of the truth is just insane. And if you want to believe that, that's fine. But I'm just here to tell the people who have like half a brain and can put two pieces of logic together, you know, here's the deal. So anyway, like, I get it. Creators need drama for clicks, views, and money. Subs like having an outlet. It's why people watch Real Housewives and love talking shit about it, you know, and they find a villain in it. Lisa Rinna this time, and then you talk about the villain all week and you get all your crap out. No, I would never go on panel. My best friend is dead, Amanda. My best friend died in July. So I no longer have a best friend here. So, and my other friend died yesterday. So I'm not really close to any women right now. And I wouldn't say, like, my best friend was pretty much my only real friend that I talked to in the area. So I don't think so, because she's been dead for 7 months. But thank you. Thank you. No, I would never, like, the people who I'm talking about, I just think they're morons and I have no respect for them. So I would never look at them, let alone talk to them. I've never been here. Why proactively block my other account? I don't know who you are, but unless you said something, you're probably not blocked. And you're not blocked, you're talking. So I don't know what you're talking about. I'm telling you, okay, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, I will get to that, unprecious chaos, because there's a really simple reason for it. Okay, so anyway, I get why creators monetize channels like drama. I get why subs. Now I have about 10 people blocked, right? And they're all because they said so. Anyway, so we all like drama, right? Right? But sometimes the drama goes too far, like showing a picture of someone in a coma because you thought it wasn't me. Now, I don't remember the last live, quite honestly. And I'm not going to watch it because I know I was confused and crazy. And I said things that I don't even know where they came from because they're like not true. I mean, I apologize for my craziness. I said some outlandish things. My head was not in the right place. My brain was not normal. And I lost it. I snapped. There were one too many insults. And I just snapped. And my brain wasn't in the right place. I wasn't thinking logically. And I mean, so I just know it was bad and I'm not going to watch it. So I apologize for that. But that was the last I was here. Okay, well, that wasn't me. And let's just think about this, right? So what would you do if you have a loved one who you wake up to them being unconscious, you rush them to the hospital because you can get there in like 5 minutes and it takes at least 15 for an ambulance to get to you. So you drive, costs me no money to take an ambulance, but it's faster. So that's why I was driven. But imagine, so you come back and you have no idea what happened. All you know is the last thing they did. So you go to the computer to try and figure out, and all you see is people trashing your loved one who's fighting for her life. And you react, maybe poorly. But that's all it is, a reaction to people bad-mouthing someone fighting for their life. So I apologize if those people got it back, maybe a little more, but they got it back. They started it and they got it back. So I will only apologize so far because you shouldn't be talking about someone in the hospital. Shouldn't be sorry. Maybe if you didn't, you wouldn't. So I highly doubt that. Well, I wasn't, Janet, I don't really remember, to be honest. I was unconscious. So I don't know which it was. I mean, really, I don't, and that's the other thing. Like, I try and piece things together. I don't know. I don't really remember October. And I remember nothing until like early November. And my September memory is like, so I don't know. And quite honestly, I haven't asked a lot of questions because I don't want to know, because I know it was bad. So, I'm sorry if I get some details wrong, but I was unconscious. So I don't really know what the time was. All I know is he found me. I don't know I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it was then. If that's what he said, then I don't know. I don't know. So whatever. No, I don't want to revisit that. I don't want to revisit being sick, Well, they do, but I don't want to, I'm not going to ask specific questions like, that's not my problem. Like, that's not. I mean, you're saying you have a picture of me with friends. That's how I know you don't know me. I don't think that was posted. I have a feeling it was like, she's gonna, because it was like expected that I might. I mean, I think you're probably all just reading that a little different. So here's the deal. I'm pretty much a hermit. Like, so let's say I did do that, which I don't. Okay. I am a hermit. A hermit. I will address that when I'm ready to. I'm getting to that. You can sit and listen. If you don't want to listen and you're going to be naggy, you may go. I am telling things how I want to tell them. And if you don't like it, then that's too bad, right? So, now let's see, I forget where I was going. Oh, I don't want to sit down and be like, so, how did you find me? What time was it? How did we get to the hospital? What was it like when I got there? What did I look when I was in I'm not going to ask that. All I know is, if you've never been in that situation, then you don't know. Go right ahead, unprecious chaos. And people are just, see, this is the other thing. Don't go real life. I'm going to call your hospital. Do you think a hospital is going to give out that information, first of all? I mean, and do you think I care? See, that's the thing. When you're telling the truth, right? What I want from this is to show the truth. So people, I've been here a month and people are still talking about me, spinning a lie of a narrative. So I'm addressing this so that can stop and I can go on doing my stuff and everyone else can go on doing their stuff, right? Because I'm tired of getting like emails, this. I'm tired of seeing mentions. It's like, shut up. Like, whatever. Okay. You do that then, unprecious chaos. You do that. Okay. And I'm sure that if you were in a situation where a loved one is ill and you're seeing all this negativity, you might lash out and you might say things that people take the wrong way. So I have a feeling, and this is the thing, I don't want to look at those. I don't want to know that shit. Like, I know I didn't have enough oxygen and I was confused and I was erratic and I was an asshole. And I don't need to know more than that because, I'm still a little fragile. Like, I don't need, the shit, right? So anyway. Okay. So the first thing. So I showed the tattoo, right? Oh, so the first thing is the picture, right? So someone gets the picture and instead of doing what you normally do, which is be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. You sit there and you're like, wait a minute, can I find anything wrong? Because your first thought is like, oh, this could be a big narrative. Like, whose first thought is like, oh, I know this. Who even thinks like that? Like, let me check in case it's a lie. I mean, can you imagine in the real world, you're talking to someone and they're like, oh, this person, here's a, and you're like, wait a minute, let me check if it's true. Let me call the hospital first, yada, yada, yada. I mean, you just don't do that kind of shit. It's just weird. It's just weird. Okay, I know that. Okay, you're about to go too, because I tell my kids this. You can ask me something once. No, I didn't. So you can ask me something once. You can even ask me twice. But if you ask me 3 times, you're in trouble. You're no longer friends with me? Okay, that's fine. So here's the deal. So the picture, someone decides, oh, we don't think it's her. Oh, who are you talking about? I'm confused, Dr. Vance. I'm confused, doctor. I'm confused. So they decide, oh, we don't think that's her. Oh. Oh. Sorry. I was like, we're not? Okay. Thanks. So anyway. So everyone's like, oh, you took a picture of someone else. And I'm sure everyone reversed image searched it to see. You know what, Havoc? As of when I got back and found out that everybody like pre-hated me without even hearing my side, I already decided to go a different direction and leave all that behind, which is what I'm doing. So trust me. And here's what I say about life. I never burn a bridge that I might have to walk back over. So I'm fine with it. I'm going a different way, and I'm just fine with that. But I would like people that I have complete strangers, not creators I ever talked to, not like just it's not. I've never had a facelift, but thank you very much. See, that's not an opinion. That's an insult, right? There's a difference. And that is the difference. That's an asshole comment. That's not an opinion. So anyway, so the first thing I did was show the tattoo. And so then I hear, oh, that's not the same tattoo. That's not the same tattoo. Because the picture I put up was like, I took it, so it was reversed. And the picture is straight down and my arm in the picture is like slanted. So I have a picture of my arm kind of in the same condition. So I'll show that. Hold on, I have to share screen. So just so everyone can know that that is actually my, hold on, let me do this so I can do this properly. Hold on. Okay. Let's see. Yes, Amanda, everyone can stop annoying. Okay, so let me pull up the picture here. Let me do this one. Okay. So let me start with this one. And zoom in here. Okay. All right, hold on. I'm just getting the 2 pictures together. So we can see that that is the same tattoo. Hold on. There we go. Should have just done a picture of this. Okay, hold on. Almost done here. Sorry for the wait. Sorry for the wait. There we go. All right. So that and then okay. So okay. So that is all right. One sec. Hold on one sec here. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Here we go. All right. So that is the picture of the tattoo. Okay, and everyone said, oh, it doesn't look right, it's not the same. Okay, so now let's look at my tattoo when it is angled. Looks the same, doesn't it? I wonder if I need to get these two together. Hold on. Maybe I can get these two together. Let me try and I'll put them over top of one another. That might be easier. Okay. Amanda, just zip it. It's really stupid. Okay. All right, let me go. All right. There we go. Okay. I'll put them side by side. Okay, that's probably the best I can do. Okay, do this now. Okay, there are the two tattoos. Okay, this arm is obviously bent a little more than this arm, which would make it even shorter. But you can see there's the same thing there. There's these, and under this is that. Okay. I can take a picture of my arm even more bent, but that's the same thing. I'm turning it even more. Same thing. See that? There's a little leg. It comes up, and there's the head, and there's these two, and underneath is that. Oh, amazing. It's the same tattoo. So the next thing is that the tattoo seems too old. Well, does anyone even know what the tattoo is supposed to be of, or what it's supposed to look like, or even what it started out looking like? Because for it to be old, you need to see it in the beginning and see what it looked like, and then see that it aged. So the tattoo is hieroglyphics, and they spell out Bastet, who was an Egyptian goddess who was the mother and protector of all domestic cats. And if you've ever seen hieroglyphics, let me get some hieroglyphics here. If you've ever seen hieroglyphics, you know that they don't look brand new. They're not like all black or something. I put the tattoo over top of the other picture. So, like, that's the tattoo. Hold on. That's the tattoo. That's my arm now. And here's my arm from in the hospital. Same tattoo. Same tattoo. And yes, that was in October. And I'm in California. And it stays swimming weather until the end of October because we have a heated pool. So I was very tan. And I also was reddened because I had sepsis as well. Well, clearly not, because my tattoo isn't covered with a clear, shiny gel. So, and I've been in the ICU several times, and they've never covered up my tattoos because I have many of them. So the only time I've had a tattoo covered with shiny gel is right after I got it. So no, it's not bread. So what it is hieroglyphics of the goddess Bastet. And I will show you what hieroglyphics look like. because they usually have like shading to them and different things. Let me get the other picture. And then I will show you the thing that I have. Maybe I'll get that first. Okay, so hold on. Let me stop screen and then go to the. So there's hieroglyphics. That's what it looks like. Stuff like this. See how it's like kind of like shaded and grayed? It's got a lot of blues. So the tattoo was originally supposed to be like a slate blue gray and have shading in it. And it looked exactly like it does now. Right? Because that's how it was supposed to look. And tattoos are personal. So if you don't like my tattoo, I don't care. I got it when one of my cats passed away, and it's for her, and I loved her, and it's very special to me. And if you want to make fun of it and say, man, it's like you must have gotten that in prison or something, it looks cheap. Well, that's fine. Have your say, but I love my tattoo, and I love my cat, and I miss her. So that's why the tattoo looks the way it does. I have papyrus here, so I can show you how things look on papyrus paper. Hold on 1 second. Let me get this. Hold on. I will get you one so you can see how it's kind of faded. Okay, hold on. Oh, let me do this again. Hold on. Let me get rid of this. Okay. So this is, I don't know if you can really see it with the glare, but this is papyrus paper, and see how it's like, it's not like regular paper. So it makes things look like shaded, and that's why it's kind of like a slate blue, and it's supposed to be like shaded in. And I probably should get it relined because every time I get tattoos, I never heal well. I always scab. And so I usually need to get them relined because I always like bleed when I first get them because I just scar and stuff like that. So that's my tattoo. So that is me. That is my tattoo. So the next thing is, why are the machines old? Okay, let's look at this. Has anyone ever heard? Hold on, I have to get something first. Let me do this. This will be easier. Hold on, I have to get something together. Okay, hold on. Have you ever heard, all you nurses out there, I can't believe that you don't know about this. Have you ever heard of an overflow room? Ever heard of an overflow room? Okay. So, an overflow room. So, sometimes when, for example, a situation of a small hospital who has like 10 beds, which 99% of the time isn't even used fully with that, every once in a blue moon, all 10 are full, and then they have someone come in who the standing doctor says they won't release transportation because they think they're too critical to be transported. And then where the hell do they put them? It's more dangerous to move them. So where do we put them? We're out of rooms. So this is what they do. They have an overflow room. Might be in the ICU. It might be in the ER. But they put it together and they grab everything they have to make sure that you are safe and getting treatment until there is a bed because you are too critical to move. And it happens all the time. So that's why I ended up being in ICU still, but in a room down the hall with whatever equipment. Like, they never fill up all the beds, let alone have all of them filled and have someone come in who they won't transport. So, odd situation. Yes, but I'm not going to tell you because I don't need to. So, I think in a situation where, and it's not outdated equipment, it's just not what they use now. They have more, I don't know what you would call it, newer stuff now. But in a pinch, you save the person's life. So what would have been the lawsuit if the standing doctor transported someone who was not able to be transported? That would have been a big lawsuit. They have one where they can't transport, but they transport you and you die. So you know what? When emergency situations happen, sometimes you do what you have to do. Well, I'm sorry. I mean, see, here's the thing. This is, so here's M83 who has never been to my hospital, doesn't know my hospital, doesn't know my condition or what went down, but they know for certain that that hospital would not use that under any circumstances, even if it was the only way to save the person's life, because they're out of beds and I can't be transported and they have to do whatever. Well, you're wrong, because clearly it happened. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, you can say that all you want. And I appreciate that you've Googled, and I appreciate that that is how in the textbook that would be done. But when situations come up, you do what you have to do to save the person's life. And unfortunately, that's what happened. So all I can tell you is that's what happened. So that's what happened. I got that tattoo in early 2021. So clearly that's a recent photo of me. And clearly that's the machine that was used. I'm sorry, I'm not an emergency physician. So sorry. So that's the answer to that. Oh, what else was there? Oh, I don't have a trach scar. Okay, so I don't have a trach scar. So we'll do that one next. And maybe everyone will just leave me alone. Okay. So let's look at the setup here. Okay. All right. Let me take that off. Let me do that. Let me do that. And let me do that. Okay. Do you see here that that's not a tracheotomy? This is the intubation tube. This is the oxygen. Okay. And it comes down. And I think they have, I don't know, they must have it somewhere like under here or something. But everything's all hooked up. It's just going down under into my thingamajiggy. But that is not a trach. It's not a tracheotomy. It's not going into my neck. It's an intubation tube. It's an intubation tube going into my mouth, not a tracheotomy. Okay. Oh, and the other things. It was like less than half a day. It wasn't very long. They knew someone was getting discharged, was what I was told. And so I wasn't there very long, but that's what they had to do. No, I didn't have anything when I went home. The other thing was I had restraints on. And That is normal when you're in a coma, because when people, okay, I know that's your girl, and I know you want to stick up for her, you know, because I've done so much to Heather, you know. I remember when I put up her wish list for Christmas and bought a bunch of presents and, you know, tried to help her out and be a good person. And I've never done anything to her. So I really am glad she thanks me by just being a complete and utter asshole. Because you're an asshole, Heather. You're a complete asshole. And you're wrong. I'm glad you Googled, and I'm glad that that is what it says. But you know what? If that's what had to be done for a few hours to save my life, sorry, I don't know what to tell you. And no, I know you're not right. I absolutely know you're not right, because I absolutely know. I don't have any scars. I don't have any scars. No, because you're wrong. Because I was good to you and nice to you. And I tried to help you and was generous to you. And you think, well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. When someone that you try to help and you are a friend to, okay, then you don't do that to someone. I mean, why the need to be a complete asshole to me? For what? Because drama is better than being nice to someone who has always been nice to you? You know? Like, I've never said a mean thing about Heather. I've always been nice to her. I have tried to help her. And then I see her calling me a bitch and blah, 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 blah. And, oh, you debunked her. I mean, like, really? That's, you know, in this life, I didn't lie to anybody. And, oh, you guys are such good friends, too, because you guys just decided I lied without seeing any fact. Like, you didn't even give me the benefit of the doubt. You didn't wait to hear my side. You just pre-decided that I lied. That's not what a friend does. Anybody who's a friend with someone, if you all considered me a friend, you would say, that's really crazy behavior for her. She's never done anything like this. I can't, like, this is crazy. Let me give her the benefit of the doubt and hear her out before I make a decision. But no, I just come back to insults. You know, I'm healing from almost dying, and all I hear daily is da 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 da. And it's not like I didn't lie to anybody. See, that's okay. So here's the deal. If you want to believe that that is a lie, well, I don't care. See, here's the deal. My value, my worth, well, obviously I don't mean just a few hours. I said it was less than a day. Like, nothing happens in a hospital for a few hours. So, you know, it was not days time. It was like in hours time. I don't know exactly how many because I wasn't conscious. And I've never asked exactly how many hours was I there. But, well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Being an asshole to me for no reason is not called for either. Like, why, you know, like with friends like that, who needs enemies? I mean, my God, imagine. So a narcissist is someone who doesn't love anybody else. And that's not true, because I am happily married to my soulmate, have been for 20 years. I have an amazing family. No, she was an asshole because she chose, without hearing both sides of the story, to predetermine that I lied. And that's the difference. What a good friend does is not get a picture of you and decide to look for every reason why it's wrong. No. Okay. So there are going to be people who, no matter what I say or do, are not going to believe me. And I know that. And I mean, to those people, don't let the door kick you on the way out. I mean, seriously, like, I get my value and worth. Sorry, I'm doing something right now. I get my value and worth from real life for my family and friends. So I don't really care what people say, but at the same token, I am tired of people talking. Like, just go do your thing, go be you, and I'll be me. Like, I didn't come back here and say, oh my gosh, everybody like me, everyone come back to my channel. I said, okay, fine, you don't like me, fine, I don't need you here, you can go, and I'll go do something else. And that's what I did. But people still like won't stop no matter what. So this is my one live to say, hey, you think the tattoo's old? It's not. It's supposed to look that way. And that's how it is. So it's not an old tattoo, da da da. And then I'm here to say, okay, I was in an overflow room. So that's the deal for that. Okay, what's next? Oh, I was tied down. Okay, that's normal in a coma. I had an ice pack. Okay, I was having a fever and they believed I was probably going to have sepsis. So they started in on that because the last time I did end up with sepsis. So they just figured, okay, start her up. Okay, so I mean, it's just, people are going to believe what they want to believe. And that's fine. I mean, if you don't want to believe me or you don't like me, then that's good. That's fine. YouTube is a huge, huge place. There are tons of channels you can go to and tons of creators. Okay, an opinion is not, you're a liar with friends like you, you're just mad that she caught you. That's not an opinion. An opinion is, would they use that machine because it's older? Oh, they did in an emergency situation? Okay, well, you were there, so I guess you know. An opinion is not rude and insultative. That's not an opinion. If I'm doing something that doesn't seem right, I want her to call me on it. Well, what doesn't seem right? I'm sorry. I wasn't here when all this happened. Someone was sent a picture and decided to put it on a live saying it wasn't me. And then and it's kept going. I haven't said one word on this until Monday when I showed the tattoo. I haven't said one word. So who's calling me on anything? No one's contacted me. I mean, is a creator that I don't know, have never talked to, and I'm not friends with, making a live stream, hashing insults at me and look shaming and body shaming me, is that calling me out on my shit to help me? Is that what real friends do? I think real friends would stop and say, my friend's in trouble. Let me talk to her before I attack her. Let me give her the benefit of the doubt. Let me see what she has to say before I decide she's an asshole. But no one did that. Like, I came here and it was immediately like, I didn't get 2 words in and it was like, nah. So it's like, so don't act like these were all these good friends that I hurt. Because if they were good friends to me, they wouldn't have prejudged without even hearing from me. And if they believed that that wasn't a picture of me and that it was so vile of me to email it to someone, but it wasn't vile for them to put it on the internet on a live and pick it apart, I mean, those aren't friends. I'm sorry. Those aren't friends. Like, in my real life, I am pretty much a hermit. Like, I most of my friends are guys, and I used to have my best friend, and that was pretty much the only girl that I hung out with for a long time. And before I met her, I had another good girlfriend, and she moved away. But so all these friends that I'm doing stuff with, I never had that big of a circle to be that if I did that, which I don't. But so it's like, I know you're lying because I don't do that. And I know you're lying because even if I did, I don't hang out in large groups like that. And for the past 7 months, I haven't had a woman in my life. I haven't had a friend. So, all right, I'm going to go get something to drink real quick. Hold on.